Hi everybody! Today I'm going to be talking about a collab that I created in the Facebook group for Lolita YouTubers, and I thought of the idea of writing a letter to our past Lolita selves, specifically like to your newbie self or just yourself in the past in reference to your style, but also in reference just to your mindset or your feelings and friends, anything like that. I thought this would be a good way for us to reflect on the past, heal any kind of things that we're feeling about. I thought it was a good way for us to kind of remember what it was like to be a newbie and kind of allow us to be more empathetic for other people trying to enter the fashion. And just in general, I thought it would be like a really fun thing to just kind of reflect on our own selves and see how we have grown as people. And yeah. So I also wanted to say, in reference to something else, but my newest icon and my icon in my channel art is made by a really good friend of mine under the name Mad Cactus Soda. They have a really cool comic on Webtoon. I just wanted to promote it. I'll put it in the description. But yeah, so check them out if you like webtoons. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, a letter to my newbie self. Dear past me, be patient. Right now you would think the chance of you ever getting brand is impossible, but I promise you that you will end up having a majority of your wardrobe being so. Bodyline is still very appreciated, as I wear a bodyline blouse right now. And don't worry so much about whether you are an Ida or not, and just enjoy your clothing. Don't second guess yourself so much. You have a good sense of style, and if you like what you are wearing, then you like it. Wear it proudly. Lolita will become more of your daily wear than you'd ever imagine, and you'll even learn to make your own items for it. You will have a good friend who will share this love of frills with you, and you won't feel so alone. You'll also learn to open up and be more a part of your local communities. You'll become immersed in learning more about fashion and realize how much you love it. Also, and I'm trying to practice what I'm preaching, but try not to let your anxiety make you too much of a people pleaser. Allow yourself the time you deserve and don't let people walk over you. You can be assertive without being mean or hurting feelings. This will be a message you will strive to spread in the Lolita community. You will learn to be more empathetic and gain kind friends from doing so. In the end, please remember to be nice to yourself as you should be to others. P.S. You're not a sweet modern Lolita. Love me. Now that's kind of a short letter, and I kind of wanted to keep it short because I kind of just wanted to talk about what I meant and some of the things that I said. I'm not a modern sweet Lolita. I would say I am an old school sweet Lolita. I like a lot of old school sweet, but I still am not into the hyper sweet stuff of modern day, of Prince and things like that. But I was back then. And I never thought that I'd ever owned brand. I thought that the only way that you could own brand was if you actually just bought it straight from the brand, and I don't have that much money, and I still don't have much money to do that. But at that time when I first entered the fashion, lace market wasn't a thing, and I just was not educated about buying secondhand brand. I also was not involved in any of my local comms, and it was mainly just because I had a lot of social anxiety as a teen, something I still struggle with, which I know a lot of people do, but I'm so much better now as an adult. College really helped me with that and expressing myself. I never really struggled too much about wearing what I like to wear, but I did feel very alone in it. I felt really alone in the community because I knew nobody in person, and I was just way too nervous to meet more people who probably did know about it, like in local communities and stuff like that. But now getting back into it as an adult, I'm involved a little bit more into my local communities. I'm involved a lot more into online communities, and mainly like what I stated is I just kind of want to spread more kindness and empathy in the community. I'm trying to empathize with a lot of people who are just starting out, and I think it is a very scary thing for a lot of people just starting out, and you can disagree with me with that. That's just my opinion on it. I think it can be very intimidating, and I want people to come into the fashion and enjoy it. And that's not to say that people can, like, I'm not trying to dismiss people trying to keep the fashion to what it is and make sure that it's not tainted in any way. I understand that. But in terms of somebody who genuinely just wants to join, I do think that there is kind of a type of sternness and harshness that can be involved, and I just want people to feel welcome. That's just for me. So if anybody on my channel comes, I just want you to know that I'm here and I will listen to you. I will help you with any advice that I can offer. I'm not trying to tell anybody who is more assertive that they can't be. They can be who they want to be. I'm just here to try to be supportive and understand where you're coming from as best as I can. And when I was talking about the people pleaser thing, I still struggle with this a lot. And I think that it's something that, especially in my past, I was really struggling with, because I would prioritize other people more than myself. And it's a good thing to be selfless, but you have to have value in yourself as well in the end, or else you will just be very upset and down in general. Yeah, basically I was just trying to say that I want myself to be more assertive, and I always have this fear that being assertive will make me come off as mean or harsh, and that's not true. You can be assertive and still be nice about it. People will still understand. I'm just always so concerned about hurting other people's feelings or saying something in a certain tone and being afraid that made them feel bad, and living like that's not going to be any beneficial. So basically I just want to be more open, be more understanding. I think I'm doing well with that right now, but for my past self, I can say I'm proud of my future self for being able to go to events, talk to people that I literally would never have been able to do that if you said this to my newbie self back then. If you were like, hey, you're going to be able to go to Lolita events and talk to people, like actually talk to people, not just like online, I would be like, what? Because I had no confidence in talking to people. I was extremely scared and nervous, and it was terrible, but I'm a lot better now and I'm really proud of that. But yeah, so if you decide that this is a cool idea, you can totally make a video yourself. There's going to be a playlist down below that's going to have all of the other people who were involved in the collab. Unfortunately, I don't think that if you do it after the due date, and if you're not in the group, it won't be added to the playlist, but I welcome everybody to use this idea. If that is something that you find interesting, go for it. And yeah, have a good day, everybody. Bye.